Hello, everyone. You're welcome to another episode on the Inside Life and Godliness channel, the ILEG channel. My name is Naram Ihoma, and you're welcome to another lovely episode. How have you been doing? How have you been faring? I hope you've been fine. So, I have a little short admonition for us. I hope after now you go and ponder on it, think on it, and chew on it. All right, let's delve into what we have for today. So I remember that sometime last year I was going home to my father's house. I was coming from somewhere and I was going to my father's house. And I started thinking and reflecting on how I had a place to call home, on how I had an identity, I had a name, I had a surname, I had people to fall back to, I had family members. And so I was not in doubt of anything. I was secure. I know my roots, or I am secure, rather. I know my roots. If I'm asked the question today, where are you from? I know where I'm from. I know whose I am. I know basically everything that has to do with my foundation. And it gave me a sense of belonging, it gave me a sense of peace, because regardless of challenges, regardless of trials, regardless of whatever might happen in this world, I have somewhere to fall back to. I have people to fall back to. I have people that love me as their own, and they're willing to hold me, grasp me, and just shield me from trials and whatever is ongoing in the world. And in that same light, I began thinking about how, as believers as well, there is this issue of identity as a believer. And so, if you're not in tune with your identity, a lot of things can come up from it, what we know as identity crisis. But then, as a Christian, you know that you belong to God, you belong to God the Father. You have, in Victoria Orenze's song, you have backing, because you have a father, you have an identity, you have a home, you have a manual, which is the Bible, you have a home, which is the church of God. You have someone to call a father, you have someone to call a protector, you have someone to call and fall back on when you're in times of struggles, of challenges. You have an identity, you know the do's and don'ts of the family where you belong to. Your family has a name, it's called the Christianity. You have a name. You're not confused as to where to go or what to do or where to, because you have a father that is guiding you. Sometimes the trials of life can shake you up a little bit, but you have someone to fall back on. You have who to fall back on. And so it made me realize that as a Christian, if you do not know your identity, then it's going to be problematic for you. You're going to be tossed to and fro by different ideologies, by different challenges, by different opinions in life, because everyone's always trying to serve opinions. Really, in this life, everyone is just a battle of information. May the best warrior win. Everyone is trying to feed everyone with their bias and with their ideologies and with their mindsets, and whoever you tilt towards, or whatever you tilt towards, will determine the course of your life. In summary, what I'm trying to say is, as a believer, do you know your identity? Do you know whose you are? Do you know where you come from? Do you know the do's and don'ts of your family? Certain people uphold their family name. You hear that, oh, in our family we don't do this. In our family we try to come together. We have a family tradition. We have family values. We have certain things that must not be heard of in our family. There are certain families that even have this seal, right? That or letterhead. This is on behalf of so family. These are letterhead. These are identity. This is what people know us for and as. Do you understand that as a believer? Do you understand that your family has certain do's and don'ts? Do you understand that your family cannot be, you cannot be saying that you belong to the family of God and then you're behaving like the world? Do you understand that in your family, holiness is a watchword? In your family, righteousness is a way of life. Do you understand that in your family, there is nothing like, nobody holy, oh, everybody na sinner. He who is without sin, let him cast the first stone. So if you understand the regulations and the boundaries that bind and rule your family, then you will not behave anyhow. then you'll be grounded. There's this sense of belonging that comes with the knowledge that you know God as your father. There's this sense of peace that comes with it, because you know, regardless of whatever is happening in this life, you have somewhere to fall back to. There's this sense of hope because there is somewhere that you're going to. This is not your final destination. There's this love that encroaches your heart when you know that you have a father who loves you so dearly, and you're content in that knowledge. You're satisfied when you have proper knowledge and proper understanding of your identity. You come into a place of rest. So if some of us are restless now, it's because we have truly not understood. Personally, there are times I have been restless, and when I go back to my Bible, I find out that, do I really understand? Do I really understand? So I'm asking, do you know your identity? Do you know whose you belong to? Do you know whose you are? Do you know where you're from? Do you know where you're going to? I leave you with these questions, and I hope that you'll be able to think, deliberate on it, and make critical decisions of your life from these questions. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.